because I truly, genuinely believe that there's so many, like girls especially, that just, we talked about this before, just struggle with like self-esteem, and it's a generational thing. Every generation is like a wave of girls that come in, and women that come in that just like struggling and blah blah blah. But what I love is at your age, how old are you now? 25. You're already like at that point where you're going, hey, do you know what? It's not about that. It's about showing who I am, being healthy, you know, drinking the juices I'm drinking so I can be healthy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But really not like, oh, I'm gonna die if I don't, whatever, you know, if I don't change my image or whatever. You're just one step at a time doing it. But I think there are a lot of young adults that don't reach that point until they're like in their 40s or 50s, and they're just like, oh, I don't care now. Do you know what I mean? And when I was young, I used to wear baggy stuff. I was a little bit of a tomboy anyway, so it was just like, I used to play basketball, I used to do sports, I used to just mess around. I was all a bit like aggressive at times. So my thing with baggies, like I would wear baggy from head to toe. I used to wear hats, I used to wear bandanas. People used to think I was a boy, but I didn't care. I was just like, it's all good, I like it, that kind of stuff, you know. And I hid my figure a lot. The reason why was because when I was really young, and I know like a lot of people would think there's nothing to it now. Yeah, it probably wasn't anything in it, but for me, in my head, it just tweaked something. Because when I was young, I would get guys say to me stuff like, oh, I want to marry you. And I'm like 11 or 12. And we're like 18, between like 18 and 30. You know, like guys would say that, I want to marry you, it's so beautiful. And it was just, it was horrible. I hated it. But also, they used to say a lot about my figure. They would just be like, because I have an hourglass figure, so they would just be like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, look at you, and blah, blah, blah. And then, slowly but surely, I was like, oh, I don't actually want to show my figure to anyone. I want to hide it, because when people see me, they're gonna only want the figure. They're gonna only want like they see me as this sexual thing, and that's it. They don't go deep with me. They don't go deep with me.
Yeah.
And I'm a quite deep person, as you know. I talk all the time, and I just really felt like that was taken away from me. The ability to just be Christina and dress nice. I was a bit worried and scared that if I dressed to show my figure, like guys would only see me sexually. They'll only see me as this person who like has an amazing figure, and they can't go anywhere past that. It's always just about the figure and nothing else. And I struggled with that loads actually, and that's why for years, I wore like baggy stuff. Yeah. Yes, I was a tomboy, and yes, I played basketball and did loads of sports, but the main reason was because of that. I couldn't. And the only time that I would wear like anything that was slightly hugging me was a top part, because my top part was smaller, so it was okay. I would just wear baggy trousers and wear a vest top, you know, kind of thing.
But it's interesting because like we've now gone from it's like self-image was such a massive thing that everyone hated themselves. Then selfies came in and brought a bit
selfies.
So like there was loads of stuff that went on. Like I read a blog about it where it's like selfies have actually massively helped young teenagers with like their self-esteem because they're constantly taking pictures of themselves. But my thing is now is it's almost like a lot of teenagers don't mind their face, but it's actually the body image that is now created massively because they're so conscious of making, and even with selfies and stuff, they're so conscious of making sure that they've got the right angle and this and that. That actually, I think now the enemy is massively going for body image more now so than he ever has before, because you've got more young people who are confident in how they look in terms of their face, but not their body.
That's interesting, because when you said that, I was like, oh, that's cool, because you want to use whatever you can to build people's self-esteem. And I'm not saying dodgy stuff, but just, you know, random things that we use on a daily basis. And so you saying that actually made me think, oh, that's cool, actually. They're seeing themselves as more beautiful and stuff. But yeah, it isn't often about the face, it's about the body.
And God's been working a lot with me with that and revealing that to me, and it's like, you know, a lot of the time, and you look at young people today. Like yesterday, I was driving to college, and I was with a friend, and we were talking about, you know, school uniforms and stuff like that. How girls are trying so much to over-sexualize themselves, even in their school uniform, because they want to be accepted. That again, they lose who they are because they're trying so much to get this approval of, you know, how they're dressing, how they're looking. But it's changed from what your face looks like to what you wear. So even things like labels and all that kind of stuff has become even more of a what are you wearing, why are you wearing that, than it used to be when I was in school.
That's so weird because yeah, that's interesting. Because obviously a lot of girls, we wear like makeup and stuff like that, and we try and make ourselves even more attractive, so to speak. And back in the day, it was that, oh, you fight to this guy, or the guy says, oh, she's well fit or whatever, and it was literally about face and about how beautiful they are, and like the kind of prized possession on their arm where they can walk around in school and have this whatever. But then more and more, like you said, girls are actually realizing that they are beautiful in their face, but then it's like they're fighting against each other, so they're using their body.
And what's interesting is, if you hear the language of some guys, it's not, oh, she's beautiful and fit, oh, she's well fit.
Yeah.
And most people think of fitness as their physical fitness. So when you chat to girls about it, if it's like, oh, she's well fit, they don't think that that's, oh, she's skinny, or she's athletic or whatever. So if someone's slightly overweight, they then think they're never going to get called, oh, she's well fit, because they link it with that. So you're not even realising that they link it with that.
Your past and your future sometimes don't link, especially when it comes to like the way that people think now and the way people thought then. And you have to kind of constantly educate yourself as to what's actually happening, instead of like always thinking in the past of the well fit meant you're beautiful or you're good looking or whatever. But actually now it's like the well fit means, hey, physically, like your body is like amazing. Oh my gosh, interesting. There was a girl that I went to school with who, I'm not going to say her name because if she's watching this it'll be funny. No, I'm just kidding. But there's a girl that I went to school with, and she was really tall, like she had like really nice blonde hair, like she was like trendy, but also she was quite a big girl as well. And literally, she was always getting the guys. Always getting the guys. The guys would always say, oh yeah, she's well fit, she's this and this. And so in my head, I just link it to how beautiful she was, you know what I mean? And she was fun, and she was really cool, you know. In fact, she was one of the people that, when I was in school, even though people thought it was a little bit weird and odd, she was one of the people that didn't care what people thought about me. She would just say hello, and she would smile, and she would laugh and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure if I saw her today, she would be like, hey, how are you? She was so nice.
Yeah. I used to want it to be an operation where you could chop off part of your legs and then fuse it back together so that I'd be shorter.
Oh my god.
That's genuinely why I used to be like, I just wish that I could just like almost like take out my knees, chop off part of my leg, and then fuse it all back together, and I would be the perfect height. Just like, you know, if you really don't like your weight, you can go and like drastically get surgery and stuff like that, or parts of your body that you don't like, you can always get surgery. I was like you must be able to alter your height, you must be able to. Whereas now, I've got people around me who are shorter than me, and I don't care, because this is how God created me. And even now to the point where I wear heels, so then I'm taller than everybody. But I walk around being proud of who I am. Whereas when I was in school, I hated my height. I absolutely hated it, because I grew taller than all my friends. But actually, a lot of my friends who were shorter than me then are either taller than me or the same height as me. But because I'd grown faster than them, I hated it.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure every short person thought exactly what you thought, or the opposite. As in, like, if someone could like break my legs in half and then add some
section.
section to it, so I can be a little bit taller, that would be great.
Yeah.
That would be great. That's so funny. I've always really, to be honest, I've always liked my height. But I think there was at some point, which I think happens with everyone, is you want to change something about yourself. And my height, I don't really want to change, but at one point I did think I need to be taller, because I look so young, and being small makes me look even younger. So yeah, that's funny. If I could just chop my legs in half.
I did. I remember walking through school and just being like, there must be, and I didn't Google it or anything, but if it was today, I probably would Google it, like, is there an operation where you can become shorter? But I think when you're in school as well, you think that this cycle is never going to end. That's what I remember thinking, that I was never going to be comfortable with myself. And even though I still battle with stuff today because of growing up with him, it feels like this battle is actually coming to a head, and it's coming to a point where actually, I am 25 now, and I'm married and happy and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, there's things that I'd like to change, but now, like you said, it's more for health reasons. Like, I am 25, I'm not getting any younger, and if I need to lose, if I need my BMI or whatever, or weight to be in the right category, it's not because I want people to look at me and think, oh, she's fit. It's because actually I want to be healthy, so that when I have a family, they understand that what a healthy lifestyle is, what it looks like, and you're not doing things out of wanting to please people or be put on this pedestal, but actually you're treating your body how God wants you to treat it, as the temple that it is. So it's interesting how your mind shifts massively when you turn a corner, especially in age and all that kind of stuff. And for me, when I hit 25, but it was funny, the run up to 25, I had loads of people saying to me, you need to lose the weight that you want to lose now, because when you turn 25, that's it, you're never going to lose it. And I was like, that's doing all this
hilarious
stuff, and doing all this stuff trying to lose this weight. And it just wasn't working. And then I got to the point where I was like, losing weight isn't just an overnight thing, it's a gradual thing anyway. So when I turned 25 anyway, I just was like, you know what, I'm just going to continue doing this, continue going for it, and just change, not just doing, diets here, there and everywhere to try and lose a bit there, but actually, finding something that will help me train myself into what looks like a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, one of the reasons why I absolutely love it is because for the past few years, and I started this about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I wanted to do, I'm doing it, do something called Be Good to Your, and you follow that, don't you?
Yeah.
On my Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
And it's literally about what you were saying, like that healthy lifestyle, being whole, body, mind, spirit, and soul.
Yeah.
And really, because I turned that corner that you were talking about, I was like, man, it is literally all about you watching, not being obsessive, but just being aware of what's happening in your life and deciding, actually, I'm not going to stress about it, I'm just going to do the best that I can. There was, I started going to the gym, and this trainer was like asking questions and stuff like that, so what do you want to do, what are you looking for, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, well, how old are you? So I told him 27 or 26, whatever it was. And he was like, no way, I thought you were 19. I was like, oh, no, yeah, I get that a lot. And he was like, well, you better start watching what you eat and how you exercise and blah, blah, blah. Because as soon as you turn, what was the age? He said silly age, like 28 or 30 or something like that. As soon as you turn that age, it's all going downhill. Like, it's going to be harder for you to lose weight. It's going to be this, it's going to be that, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, let's go for it, you know. And I just started like really working hard and stuff like that, because I was like, I want to get into this routine before I end up at this age and blah, 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 and it's harder to lose weight and yada yada yada. But then realized that it wasn't that it's harder, it's just that it's about motivation for one, and two, it's about what you're putting in your body that allows you to for your metabolism to last longer. Do you know what I mean? Because anything in life grows older, doesn't it? It doesn't stay the same. So I am going to grow older, and there are certain things that, yes, I'll be slower at doing certain things or whatever, but to be able to stop that from happening, it's all about what you eat, you know, making sure that you're aware that you are actually exercising and things like that. But I think it's more about motivation than it is just about it being harder, you know. I think it's about looking at it from a different point of view. What is it that motivates you to be the best? What is it that motivates you to be the best that you can be? What is it that motivates you to then keep on going instead of it being like
For a habit to become like, not a habit, for it to become like,
for it to become a habit,
for it to become a habit.
For like a consistent thing becomes a habit. So it takes 30 days. You have to do it.
But you've got to do it every day. You can't have any breaks. And it's the same with anything really. You know, even I remember when I did a course a while back, and they were talking about like, you know, negative thoughts in your mind. So how you think about yourself, what you speak over yourself. If you do it for 30 to 40 days, just speaking God's truth over you, it shifts everything. It shifts the way that you think about yourself. It shifts about the way that you are and all that kind of stuff, because you align yourself with actually the truth of what God thinks about you, rather than continually believing the lies that the enemy is sowing in.